Okay, good afternoon. This is day 3 of the build, well, day 3 stroke day 4 of the build. Coming to the end of obviously the day now, weather's starting to turn a little bit. They have done a fantastic job on the slabbing, and what I'm going to do is show you where I am currently with the pond builds in the greenhouse. Quickly show you, you'll see most of it anyway, so just show you the slab in there. That is a fantastic job, and I've done exactly what I asked for. Look, so finish there, look, was right the way up. So it's a good area that is now for me to be able to do whatever I need to do. Obviously the attention to detail that they have done is absolutely second to none, and they give me a fantastic rake all the way down, because obviously the garden goes downhill anyway, as you can see. Fair play to Dazza as well, he's finished that for me as well, so massive thank you for that. Yeah, absolutely fantastic job. So let me show you where we are now in the greenhouse. So there you go, so that's where we are at the moment. So that one is 100, it's 1.23, that is, so it's just shade under 4 foot deep. Obviously I'm going to be putting a shelf in there, and I'm doing that on purpose, mainly because this one will obviously be a small fish stroke fry tank, where I can grow plants and stuff on this side in the greenhouse for water plants, I don't know, the water lettuce, stuff like that, so I can do all that. I'm going to start cladding all this out sometime today, give or take a little bit. Had a fantastic deal on some of these. So these, I was actually running short of sleepers, I was panicking a little bit. So these are actually 10 before pre-form sleepers. So instead of the false sleepers, these are actually made out of continuous layers. So if you think about it, it's resin based. Now obviously it's going to be cladded anyway, but to be fair, I don't need to put any cladding on these. I will, because obviously the rest of them are going to be sleepers above, but this is actually resin based, so think of it as press boards, and these have got a massive lifespan. So this one now, as you can see as well, I'm also tapered that end out. I've done that on purpose to give me a little bit more. I'm now just under 2 meters on that length. I don't really want to push it any harder if I can help it. But this has got to come up 4 sleepers. So this will come 4 sleepers, so it'll come to about the same height as that. So it'll come across to about here. Now obviously you can appreciate this is quite high. I was quite surprised how high it was, to be fair. So realistically it comes up to comes up to the top of my chest. I was short of sleepers, so obviously I had to put a little tiny box one in there. But like I said, because of how high this is now, and I've got to use a little bit of common sense, and I did say I was going to clad this off, what I'm actually going to do now is this area now will have a step and a step, and then that will have a raised area, and that will bring it up, and I'll probably aim for about there, to be fair. That'll give me enough height, so obviously when I've got the easy pod sitting on there, and I've got the easy pod sitting on there, obviously I can work it. KP, I'm going to have to take down your sign, mate, for the simple reason is you ain't going to see it. But how do you fancy pride of place? How do you fancy pride of place there, mate? So that's what I'll probably look at. I might actually move Rob's as well. I might put it down there somewhere, but we'll have a look at that later. I don't think it's going to be a problem there. The only thing I will say though is when the easy pod's up there, it's going to be in the way, isn't it? But we'll have a look at that a little bit further down. So that's where we are at the moment. Obviously some bits and pieces going on, and Fiberglass is coming in on Friday and Saturday. Rob's turned around and said he wants to come down and get it done over the weekend. I know then he's going over to Phil G's go and sort out a problem that he's got. If you go back to some of my previous videos, you will see Rob, who did my previous fiberglassing. But when he comes this time, I've said to him to bring some business cards down with him, because he's getting quite a bit of business on the back of the pond that he did at the top of the garden. And to be fair, it's absolutely fantastic job on him. He actually came, believe it or not, about 2 months ago, just to come and check it, make sure it was alright. And so I said, mate, it's sweet as a nut. Sweet as a nut, mate, don't worry about it. And he's like, yeah, but I want to make sure you're happy. So, and to be fair, absolutely over the moon. Like I said, I've got the big style now. So obviously I'm going to get these cladding out. I'll keep saying me. Obviously, you know, with things that's going on, and I'm going to get into trouble from people. So it's just easy getting other people in to come and do it. Thanks to Dave from Black Country Cord, come and give me an hand. You know, it means a lot. I've had Phil next door, right over the road. They've all come over going, "You ain't doing anything. You want some help? Give us a shout. Cup of tea. Jobs are good." And so it's been, you know, it's nice to get people involved in it, if that makes sense. It creates community spirit as well. I mean, obviously we're keeping them in tea and stuff like that, especially when Copy comes. Obviously get through some serious tea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this video at this for now. I'm going to start getting this cladded out. Davey's coming over in a bit, so I'm going to get him to help me clad this one out. I'm over to Rob's tomorrow to go and pick up some more fish. Yeah, I can't help it. Fish are brilliant, mate, to be fair. And some of the prices that he's doing them for the quality, it's a no-brainer. So I'm going to do that. Then Monday stroke Tuesday, I've got Ray from over the road coming over. Ray and Phil, to be fair, they're both going to come over. They're going to put the sleepers in, or help me get the sleepers in for the other one. I'll do all the cuts because they're all 10-degree cuts, so we'll put a marker, get them straight in. So hopefully I'll be able to show you that. Then we'll get it cladded. Once that's cladded, then hopefully, because Wednesday I've got to go back to the doctors to see if I can get them to get me to go back to work. There's still like an abscess in there, but the abscess, I had an ultrascan on it, instead of being the size of a grapefruit, it's the size of a golf ball, and instead of it being like fluid in there, it's quite solid, so it's a mass. So what they're going to do is they're going to assess it next week, make a decision on it, and either they're going to leave it to its to nature, or they're going to cut it out, and then obviously it's going to be more time off, which I really don't want. But positive. So what we'll do now is I'll leave you at this and catch you in a bit. Okay, quick update. So got a few bits and pieces done today. Tracy's gone crazy as well, so I'll show you what we've done. Didn't take long, did it? Obviously we've got that in there. Got all the plants back in, benches, so that's looking pretty good at the moment. And as well, a bit of cladding as well in here. And I had an issue with one of my fish. Started flashing, so put some Alprex in, so obviously that's gone green, as you can see, so that's pretty green. Right, as you can see I've cladded all this out, look, so the shelf's in, as I've said, so the shelf's in there, look, and what I've done is I've taken all the corners off, all the way around. As you can see I put a frame in, so all the corners are off. As you can see, it's got a nice radius on it as well, so I'll get that done. So that's that. So that's where we are at the moment. So just a quick update. Like I said, Platinum Mogon was flashing, so we did a fair play to Dazza, did a scrape from her. Checked all the parameters were sound. Couldn't find anything on the slides. But to be fair, Rob always turned around and said to me, you can get every single fish out, you might not find anything, but then when you scrape the side of the tank, you'll find something. just to be on the safe side, I'll put some Alprex in there. I mean, the temperature in there now is 12 degrees anyway, so that's fine. Leave that for a couple of days. To be fair, it's been in for about 2 hours now, and to be fair, the fish seem to be happy enough. So, as you can see, look, fish seem happy enough. So whatever it was, as you can see as well, that's super dry. Bearing in mind that's on its lowest setting, still putting a fair bit of food in there as well. So what's that other sargy there look coming through? The noser. So yep, so that's a bit of an update on that one, so I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so another update where we are at the moment. So pond 1, or we'll call them 1 and 2. Pond 1's been cladded, as I've already showed you. Quickly show you where we are now. So that's pond 2, and to be fair, it's quite high. I was going to put another one on, but I don't think I will, because realistically now you've got 10, 20, 28, 28, 34, 42 at you. So you've got 8, 16, 24, and those 2 are 10s, so that's 34 inches. Is it? 24, 34. I won't get a tight measure. Back in a sec. Okay, so looking at that, that's saying 44 inches. And obviously there's a drop, it goes down another 2 inches to the end. So that's actually 46 inches. So realistically, I got it wrong. So 46, it's nearly 4 foot. I ain't surprised if you look at this, right? That's where it is. You know what I mean? It's a bit, problem is going in and out of it now, that's the problem. Now obviously it goes down another 2, because obviously you got 4 inches on each frame before the concrete's gone in. So if you look, that side there's 4 inches at the bottom, and then obviously that is 2 inches. So you got to the centre is another 2 inches, so 44, that's 46 inches high, that is. Okay, so 46. Weird, isn't it? Okay, so there's 46 inches. Jesus, I didn't think it was going to be that big. So, okay, so it's a bit big, but it's fine. It's sorted. I'll be able to sort that out. So there's a few modifications I've got to do in here. I'm going to start cladding it tomorrow. But yeah, keep plodding on. Looking good. Okay, so carrying on from yesterday. Obviously we've got some bits and pieces that go on this morning. I've got a very special guest. I'll turn you around. Look who I've got here. So obviously he's had his tea, he's an happy chicken. He's got it in a smaller cup this time. So what he's doing another tape up for me, ready for when the fiberglass comes in. So we'll get all that sorted today. And then what we're going to try and do, so 4x2s have gone into each corner, as you can see. And what will happen then is OBC will go on that face to create the radius all the way around. The reason why I've done the radius is to give you a bit of best way to explain it. Every single time that I've tried to create something, I've always had a block out on each corner. So when you get the water flow, what it'll do, it'll come to the end, block, and then it'll reduce as it's going round to create a cycle. By taking the edges out, or by taking the corners out, allows the flow to go a little bit easier. So there's a shelf that's been created there. Obviously Davey said that's a bit low, and I agree with him. But what I am going to do initially is it's only going to be coming up about this high water wise anyway. And then what I'll do then is get the water in once it's fiberglassed. I can then get some plants in there and start growing some water lettuce and stuff like that, like Davey's done. That'll give me a bit of an insight as well. Try and get some other bits and pieces on that one. On this one we're going to do exactly the same, but there's going to be, that shelf is there for the simple reason is, as you know, I've tried to throw that out a little bit over there to give me my 2 metres, and obviously it's quite high. So what I'll do is I'll get all this finished now, Graham will get this bit finished. Look at him trying to get out of here, look. It's even worse because I can't get out myself. So get those bits and pieces done and we'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so coming to the final part now of the cladding. Cape has done a fantastic job. In fact, we're just putting the last piece in, so just putting the last bit now in. Look at that, fits like a glove and all, doesn't it?
Can feel that, son.
We've just got a little tiny piece to put in there to finish that off. All the rest of it, as you can see, looks absolutely the bee's knees. Come on then, Graham, what's it like working with this crazy geezer?
Crazy.
It's mad isn't it?
Brilliant.
It's only a shimmy though, isn't it?
Drop it. Right to there?
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yes, mate.
Just shimmy it down, we should be sorted. Look at that, fits like an absolute glove. I think any more than that now, Graham, and we're just going out to ET with it.
Yeah.
Just to show you how this one's finished. And you can see that now, it looks a really, really sweet job. So, even sealed the bottom out the road down there. Fair play to him. It's been nice having Graham here today, to be honest. It's a nice change of scene there. Absolutely fantastic look, as you can see. That will be brilliant, that will. Obviously, because it's on resin, obviously some bits lifting, and I really lot we can do about that. But absolutely fantastic job. So, catch you in a bit. Right, so we've got ourselves sorted for the day now. Nice chill out. Cape here's got his tea, look, enjoying it. Look at the size of that mug. Yeah, we've just been talking about it being nice to be able to chill out for a change. But in fact, we're coming to the end of this this journey now on these two ponds, and I couldn't have done the stuff that we've done today without you, mate. And I do appreciate
No, it was
it.
right any time.
What was really good was the fact it's like, no, Mad Dog, you ain't allowed to do that. No, Mad Dog, if you do that, I'm going to tell your missus. No, Mad Dog, if you do that, I'm going to tell everybody, and it means a lot. Obviously, I promised him he can come over tomorrow. We've got some more taping to do tomorrow and some more flooring. So from me and him, we'll see you tomorrow.
We certainly will. Catch you later.
Okay, so final day with doing all the stuff before the fiberglass comes in. So we've got all the bits and pieces done. Everybody's happy. His grandmother here, look, debating it. So as you can see, all that one's all nicely finished now. Even down to the fact it's all been sealed inside there. We've got some steps for an area there now. All that's done as well. And as you can see in here, we've got all this bit as well finished, all nice and done. Great, what do you reckon, mate?
Happy days, mate.
I reckon that's enough now. I reckon we've definitely done enough.
All ready for fiberglassing,
Yeah.
matey?
So get the fiberglasser in. We get the fiberglasser in now. He comes in on Friday. We'll do the video for that one, and that's it. But between me and him, we've had enough. Teresa's had enough of me, so we're going to chill out. Catch you later.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Catch you later, matey. So, buddy.
You thought our cabin was good, but this one is absolutely amazing. Check this one out. So this one's for the kids, mate, because obviously the kids have seen ours, obviously, but this one just wipes the floor with mine. You think that's good? Wait till you see this. This is your absolute inspiration. Look at that. Now that's a pond. Okay, good morning. So last 2 days now of the final part of the build. So I've got Rob coming in the next couple of hours. He's going to come and he's going to fiberglass pond 1 today, and then once that's done, I will leave him to it today. But what I'll do is once that's done, I'll show you that. And then we've got pond 2 being built, being fiberglass tomorrow, which is the Saturday. And again, after that's finished, I'll show you that. And then I'll do a bit of a sum up. And then that'll be the end of the build. So we'll see how that goes. Show you what I've been up to now. So obviously I've done a bit of a table, some other bits and pieces as well. I've still got the Alprex as well in the pond, so I'll show you. So obviously Alprex is still in the pond. Got to put a little sign up, basically to show what fish are in there, so I know what's in there. And then also what I've done for checking all the parameters, so I'll change that each day, so salt, pH, ammonia, nitrate, and then what treatments I've put in there. Obviously that's the super dry bits and pieces on there. So as you can see, what I've done as well is, I did say I was going to put some stairs in here, so I put three steps in to finish that off, just to make it a bit easier to get in and out. And what I've also done here is created a table, so I'll show you that set up in a sec. So that's the table set up there. Obviously once all the fiberglass is done, then that'll be a permanent feature. That will have a digital microscope on, laptop and some other bits and pieces. As you can see, put it in place now there. I'm still convinced I'll need to take that down, because I think what will happen here is obviously the easy pod will just be, it'll sit there and just be in the way. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably put it down here and sort that out as well. So that's that. So like I said, I'm going to do a bit of tidying up, a few bits and pieces I need to get done before Rob Fiberglass comes down. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll catch back later after they've done some of the fiberglassing, or once the fiberglassing is finished. Well, I might come in a couple of times to see how we get on, and then I'll catch you later. Right, so the lads are here, as you can see, ready to start getting up all the prepping. Just quickly show you around. So obviously what they've done is they've brought a bag. Obviously they're doing well now, so obviously that one now will go next to cider copies. So obviously I'm in here now getting everything all prepped up, so I'm going to leave them to it. So a bit of advertisement for them. So yeah, like I said, so I'll leave them to it so they can get their bits and pieces done and tidy up the workshop, because it is a bit of a mess in here. So catch you later. Okay, so end of day 1 on the fiberglassing. And they've stuck on the first initial layers of fiberglass and seamed it. Obviously the fumes are quite strong in there, so I've had to leave the door open. I've only gone, to be fair, I've only just gone. So obviously Rob's done what I think's a cracking job. Bearing in mind that obviously they've got to tidy it up tomorrow, and they've got some other bits and pieces, and then they've got to paint it and everything else. So I'll just quickly show you. So as you can see, fiberglassing is done, all inside. Nice radiuses again, what they do, but bearing in mind there's still stuff got to go on top of that. Let's put radiuses on there, look, on that one. I'll tell you what, this one, absolutely fantastic. Even down to the bottom, how perfect the bottom is. Fantastic as well, the radiuses. I mean, what's weird, Scraggy's just been over, he's seen the stuff on the videos, and he's just turned around, so I didn't realise until I actually saw it how big these ponds were. And the photo, the video just doesn't do me justice. So I'll show you again. It's absolutely fantastic job. Obviously you can see where some of the taping that was done behind. He was very picky about the joins that we did, so he rejoined them as well to make sure that it met his expectations. I ain't got a problem with it. I mean, to be fair, it's done an absolute fantastic job. And to be fair, I can't wait to see what this is going to be like once it's finished. Obviously in hindsight I wish I'd have done the radius on the bottom, but it is what it is. I mean, in theory it should drop and then should drop straight into the sun. But you know, I'm still learning the same as everybody else, and I'll still make mistakes. I make mistakes every day. So yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. But obviously, as far as I'm concerned, they've done a really good job. Obviously it's tidying up and stuff tomorrow as well. And they're also going to do the repair on the fiberglass tank that I've got at the bottom as well. I've come up with a bit of a project for that one a bit further down the line. But yeah, like I said, we're coming to the end of the journey on the final build now. And like I've said before, once the end of the journey is finished, for the time being, obviously there'll be no point putting any content out. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So I'll quickly show you again. So R&P Fiberglass roofings, the guys that I've used, look, 25 years warranty on everything. And you can see his number is 07914949418. And obviously he's going to drop me some cards off and some other bits and pieces this time round. Rob did turn around and say that he was really grateful for all of the business we'd actually put his way. So he's had in excess of 5 builds, or 5 fiberglass builds. Obviously he's going over to Phil's as well on Sunday, which is great. And obviously there's going to be a few other people on the back of this that have already said they're having them anyway. And why wouldn't you? I mean, the prices that they've done for me on these are really, really good. So what I'll do is I'll come back to you tomorrow after it's all been finished and it's been painted. And then obviously, like I said, that will be the end of the final build. And then obviously we'll just take everything from where it is. I'll catch you in a bit. Right, good morning. So day 2 of the fiberglassing. And you know when you say attention to detail, check this out. I mean, they've even got covers on the feet to protect everything, and they're hoovering everything down. And as you can see now, they're here, ready to put the top coats off on each one now. Speaks for itself, doesn't it, really? I mean, I tell you what, my miss will be in their element, getting somebody else to do the hoovering. Absolutely pucker, catching a bit. Okay, so lads have told me they're finished. They're just tidying up now. They've got to rush off. They've got another job that they've got to get in today before they go over to Phil's tomorrow. So you're going to see the same as me. I haven't looked at this myself yet, so I'm more than confident that there's no messing about. So let's turn. Okay, so. Oh well. Okay, now taking into account these are still obviously wet. Let's go and look at this one first. Okay. That speaks for itself. Good finish. Some nice edges on it. I'm not going to touch it because it's still tacky. The radius is as well, look. Look at that, absolutely fantastic. I even covered that as well to make sure they didn't get no dust or anything in there. Obviously that's a new band I'm going to put up later. Look at that. It's absolutely fantastic. Obviously it's still wet, I'm tempted to touch it but I won't. You know what it's like. And to be fair, obviously we'll get Kirby's banner back up and the other bits and pieces after. So yeah, so looking at that one. I wish I could give you, it's a nightmare trying to do this and give you specs on it. But if you look, to put it into context, each one of those posts, I think it's 4 foot in between them. So I'm even trying to get to the far corner and I can't go it all in. Let's try and see if I can zoom out. There you go. It's about as close as I can get zooming out. So, I'll be honest, I think I've done a cracking job, to be fair. It's, so plan of action now is these will be left now for 4 or 5 days. Then cure off and do whatever it is that they've got to do. Then I'm going to get some wood and trim to go around the edging, and then I've got Georgia coming in on Friday of next week. So that should tie everything in, then that should all be nice and finished. As well here, which is basically, so I went to Hollybush and a few other gardens, and for a 100 gallon or 100 litre or whatever it is, it was like 65, 75 quid. It's like crazy money. So on eBay they actually do them, which are like, it's made out of, to be fair, I think it's like I don't know, it's a nice thick liner, and obviously the water goes in there from your water butt. It comes with 3 connections. There's a connection there, there's a connection in there that's in the middle, but there's also one that's at the bottom as well. And that, believe it or not joking, that was $27.99 off eBay. So, just goes to show. Right, so I'm going to leave this final build of the final build here at this. Hope you've enjoyed the journey. You'll see me from time to time, and obviously there's some bits and pieces that I'm going to be doing through the summer, but you'll appreciate that I'm going to be taking some quality time off and spend some good time with the missus and stuff like that now, and stuff like that, because as far as I'm concerned, all of the jobs that have needed to be done have been done. Obviously the exception to the rule is September/October, get the big pond up. I am tempted now, because of how good this roof is to put the roof on there as well, but we'll see how we go. But that'll be, like I said, September/October. So from time to time I'll catch back to see you guys. Big Mad Dog love. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Big shout out to Tracy Cope for doing the design for the new logo. Obviously you'll be seeing that soon as well. So fantastic. Thank you very much, Tracy.